Growing up, he was a best friend, a father, mentor, catalyst for passion, all kinds of interesting things. A kind man who was very generous in his persona with pretty much everything that he touched. A man who was able to see the world in a very positive way. I love the fact that he listened. He was a great listener. You could talk to him for hours and he would listen and not fall asleep, and he'd be interested, generally, authentically interested in what you had to say. So always open for that. He never would say he was too busy or unavailable. So I love that about him.
I love him. I love him, and I love his sense of humor. I loved his insight on a lot of issues. And we just had some genuine conversations. And a lot of times he would just get away from business and just talk to you one-on-one. And that's, I think, one of his biggest traits is it's not all about business.
But you talk about a guy, like I never had conversations about life like I did with Ed Mayne, even with my own grandpa, even my own dad, because he has a comforting way of just, not having you not afraid to talk about anything at any time. It's hard to always be polite, but he was always polite and respectful, no matter what. And he would always want to know how you were doing. It didn't matter whether you were a buyer, a coworker, an employee, a friend. He always wanted to know.
Every time I spoke with Mr. Mayne, that was only the only interested from him. How was your family? Personal side. How's your family? How are you doing? What do you need? Is something we can do for you to help to improve your work? That was the confidence he gave me, the empowerment, and all that is very interesting.
Very giving person. Always putting others first. He left me with a very nice smile. No, I'm starting to get teared up. He gave me all this dental work, which I didn't have a very nice smile before and wouldn't smile, and now I can look at the world and smile away.
I have 2 boys and a daughter. They all thought the world of Mr. Mayne because he was just so generous and so friendly, and we'd go up there in the summertime and see him at the place on the lake, and he'd it was a happy time.
His house would be, I would think, a representation of himself, like an extension of himself. He spent years developing, designing, building, making all the details and everything that he wanted come to fruition. He spent decades, many decades, traveling abroad with his work and business, bringing art and art objects and things back with stories for each and everything that he purchased. very memorable place. And he left it to me, and I've been honored with the fact that, passing on the baton, so to speak, to not only preserve memories, but make new ones, and in his honor, take good care of it. Treated everybody equally, and taught and modeled that for others. And so I think from his legacy, I have yet to meet very few people. Probably no people that have reached that level of character, I guess, and authenticity. It's very unique.
He had, a lot of wonderful stories and acquaintances and friends that are just, really, really wonderful. And he both in his military career and his business career, and everyone had a strong appreciation for Mr. Mayne.
You hear about all the experiences and all his interactions with people, and the things I heard at the memorial were just unbelievable. How he went out of his way to help people who weren't related to him, weren't even perhaps neighbors, but he just went out of his way to help people out that were in need. And that's what impressed me the most. And you don't realize that until a person's gone.
This office hasn't been touched. My office is right over there. I'm still not really comfortable with it. I just, I don't often come in this room because I miss him.
Thank you for giving me Michelle and given and all the things that have come with her through you. And I can only hope that I live up to your expectations on taking care of her and everything else that you've entrusted to her. So I miss you, Ed. Captain Mayne.
I hope we're honoring you, or you agree and amenable to the way that how we are carrying on your legacy. I know that you and I dialogue quite frequently, so, and I know you hear me and I hear you, so I don't feel like we've been silent. Obviously, I wish you were here. Physically, and I look forward to us seeing each other again in person. But thank you for being such the man that you were. I love you, and wish we had more time together. Your life wasn't long enough, even though it was long. We wish we had you for a lot longer, but as it is, we are grateful and blessed that we had the extra time living with you on a day-to-day basis, and we're so grateful that we could do that, and we know how honored you were to have us with you, so we love you and miss you.